Hey, this is Hans. It's time for the Ramen Rater's Top 10 Instant Rice Noodles of All Time 2015 edition. People have been asking about a gluten-free top 10 list for a while, and a vegan top 10 list, and a vegetarian top 10 list. And I'm neither vegan, vegetarian, or somebody who prefers a gluten-free diet. That being said, I don't consider myself somebody that can say, hey, I can come out with one of those lists. However, for you gluten-free folks, what I can do is come out with a rice noodle top 10 list. Now, rice noodles inherently are gluten-free. I can't say as to whether the supplied flavorings and pastes are, but I believe most of them are, so the best bet for you would be to go and look in the ingredients at the original reviews and check it out. And if they fit with your lifestyle and diet choices, then there you go. So let's get started with the Ramen Rater's inaugural Top 10 Instant Rice Noodles of All Time 2015 edition. So first off, we have Nongshim's Hearty Beef Rice Noodle Soup from South Korea. Now these rice noodles were long and thin and tube-like. They were interesting. They had a kind of a nice chew to them, but they weren't overly chewy. And the broth was definitely a beef broth, very much in the South Korean gomtang, kind of very, very milky, creamy looking beef broth, although I don't think there's any milk or cream. But yeah, if you like something with a lot of nice beef flavor to it, this is definitely up your alley. And this one comes from Nongshim in South Korea. And I am not sure if it's still available here, but it may be. So that's something to look out for. Number 9 is Super Bihun Kwa rice noodles. Now, these come from Indonesia. And kwa means soup. So if you look at the picture, you can see that it's, very thin rice vermicelli with a broth, very milky, creamy broth again. This one has more of a kind of a salty, oniony, kind of garlicky, oily. It's good stuff. I remember really liking this one. This is one of the earlier ones I liked a lot. So again, this one's from Indonesia. Number 8. Now this is a bowl from China. It is Dragonfly Gulin style flavor Gulin rice vermicelli. This one was probably like the first instant rice noodle that I really liked. The noodles a lot of the time when I would make them ended up being a little how do I say, on the chewy side and the chewy dry side. These ended up being nice and soft, just a little bit of chew, but very comfort food feeling. And they had a nice shrimp broth to go along with them. So these were top notch. And I believe this is this is a really, really early review, probably below number 500. So yeah. Number 7, again, is Super Bihun with their Super Bihun Goreng rice noodles from Indonesia. Okay, so the first one said kwa. This one just says Bihun Goreng. Think of mee goreng. That's just fried noodle. Bihun Goreng, bihun being rice vermicelli, goreng meaning fried. So fried rice vermicelli noodles. This one was really good. It had a standard kind of mee goreng flavor. So you've got the sweetness of soy, you've got a little bit of spicy kick to it, a little bit of oiliness, kind of like Indonesian yakisoba, if you want to put it that way, but with a completely different flavor than yakisoba, of course. But this was a really neat one. And one thing that was weird about it is they have a logo on their package that looks kind of like a bomb dropping and a little heart, like a fuzzy heart. Somebody said, I don't think that's a bomb, I think that's a fish. But if you know anything about the logo for these, let me know, because I thought that was kind of weird and interesting. Number 6 on the top 10, Premier Gold Bihun Curry Heritage. Now this is instant vermicelli, but it's curry, and it's from Malaysia. So this is kind of more on the end of the white curry noodle end of the stick. White curry, if you've followed my top 10 lists and a lot of my reviews, is one of my favorite things that I've ever experienced. And white curry tends to be not a soup, but not a gravy or a sauce. It's just kind of somewhere in between. And it's dang good. If you really like curry, this will blow your mind. Strong taste, good flavor. Find this one. Number 5, we have Mama Instant Rice Vermicelli Bihun Goreng Original Flavor. Now this one comes from Thailand, is made in Thailand. I actually was lucky enough to be able to go in last May, actually May 2 months ago, to Thailand and visit the President Rice Products factory over there. It was amazing, very hot. And you probably can see I'm sweating here. I've got to close all the doors and windows here and turn off all the fans, and it's like one of the hottest days in Washington State this year right now, and so you'll have to mind my sweating, but oh, it's hot over there. And they make rice noodles and rice vermicelli. Now this one was much like the bihun goreng. It's really kind of the same thing, except for the fact the noodles and the flavorings were better. The spiciness up a little bit, the flavor up a little bit, and the oiliness just right. So, and then of course it has that little hit of sweetness on it too. So this one, I really loved this one, so definitely check that one out. Also, I remember them saying that it was indeed gluten-free. All right, the number 4, we have Mami Chef Gold Recipe Bihun Curry Seribu Rasa from Malaysia. Okay, so Seribu means 1,000, Rasa means flavor, so it's Thousand Island flavor. Not like Thousand Island dressing, no. Now, this one made my top 10 regular instant noodle list in the fried noodle version. Wheat noodles. This is the rice noodle version in bihun, rice vermicelli. What I really liked about this one is it has the exact same flavors and everything with decent rice vermicelli in it, and it was perfect. I mean, it's so good. The broth kind of almost has this, what's the word? It kind of has a cumin hit to it. And a real comfort foodie kind of thing, like an adult comfort food, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's the kind of flavor that reminds me of my childhood that I really liked, but then grown up. So, yeah, again, that one's from Malaysia. I don't know if you can get it in the US. I know you can get it in Malaysia, but anyways, number 3 on the list is Alai Penang favorite white curry rice vermicelli from Malaysia. And this one, again, great noodles. The white curry flavor was top notch. It was so good. And you know, I had the wheat noodle version previously, and I didn't like that one as much as the rice noodle version, which really surprised me because generally I'm not the biggest staunch advocate of the rice noodle. I don't like them usually as much as wheat noodles. This one I definitely did. So I'm kind of trying to get as many rice noodle varieties as I can possible because I'm starting to come around on the rice noodles. So anyways, that was number 3, the Alai Penang favorite white curry. Number 2, excuse me, is Mama again with their instant rice noodle soup spicy shrimp flavor tom yum goong bowl. This one, another one that I saw that they were making over in Thailand, and they seem to be pretty proud of this one, and they have every right to be. The noodles are actually wide, kind of like an egg noodle, but they're flat, and they're again rice noodles. They have a really good chew to them, nice texture, and then the broth is just like good tom yum flavor. I mean, it's got that shrimp, it's got decent spiciness, and then finally it's got that lemongrass citrusy hit to it, which is just so indicative of Thai tom yum flavor. I mean, it was, yeah, good stuff. This you should be able to find around here in the US. If not already, I'd be surprised. And indeed, this one is gluten-free. Which brings us to our number one. Number one this year, in the inaugural year, is Mayori Malaysia Penang Green Curry Rice Vermicelli from, obviously, Malaysia. So, I got a story to this one. So, right after the top 10 list came out, I got contacted by this guy, and he was like, you gotta try this stuff. I'm like, okay. And then I talked to him, and he's the distributor for the company, and I'm like, well, let's just do a, what do you call it, meet the manufacturer. He says, all right. So, waiting to get the answers, all that stuff. He's like, have you tried it? Have you tried? Have you tasted it? Have you tried it? Every freaking day. Just like, come on, dude, try it, try it, try it, try it. I mean, it was literally pestering me. And he was like, this is going to be on one of your lists. I know it. This is so good. I'm thinking like, really? I mean, I've never had anybody like on my case like this ever from any company, nothing like this. So I do one review of theirs, and then I try this green curry. And I absolutely understand why he was pestering me. This stuff is freaking good, man. The vermicelli hydrates perfectly, but this green curry, it's like, kind of like how I was saying, the white curry is a kind of between a soup and a sauce. This one's even closer to the end of the stick of sauce. And it's got just a really rich flavor, and it's got a absolute perfect level of spiciness. Not too spicy, not unspicy. It's kind of at that heat level that it's like it really shouldn't put anybody off, but they're gonna go, hey, it's spicy. I would say if you like Thai food and go to like a Thai restaurant regularly and you've tried green curry, this is for you. You're gonna absolutely love this, and I do. I'm flabbergasted with how good this is. So, kaboom. So, anyways, yeah, it's so hot in here. Anyways, that is the top 10 rice noodles list for 2015. If you are an instant noodle manufacturer and have been making rice noodle varieties, get a hold of me, because I would like this to be a regular thing each year. I would like to do a lot more rice noodle varieties. I don't really know the rice noodle market as well as the instant wheat noodle market, but I will definitely say that I'd like to try more of the rice noodles. And then, you know, right now this list is bowls and pack versions. If I get enough response, there might be a need to split this list into bowls and cups, maybe even, and packs. So yeah, let me know what you think. If you're a company, you know somebody who makes rice noodles, get a hold of me. It's pretty easy to do. You just go to the ramenrater.com, click on contacts, drop me a line. So yeah, that's about it. Today that I'm putting out this video is July 6th, and that is my wife and I's 5-year wedding anniversary. So, mwah, love you, baby. Thank you. The next top 10 list that will be coming out will be the top 10 cups of all time, 2015 edition. And then the next one will be the always fascinating top 10 spiciest list for 2015. So stay tuned and enjoy. And don't forget to look at the other top 10 lists that have come out this year. Yeah. Anyways, catch you later.